wasn't always like this. We weren't always known for engineering. We didn't have a medical school, let alone two. And there were no PhD programs, Fulbright scholars, or thriving college town. It's easy to take it all for granted because a lot of us have never known it any other way. But just a few years ago, this was a very different institution. A well-regarded local state college that served the public without fanfare, ready to stay the course. Until one gift, a $100 million transformational gift, changed everything and set Glassboro State on the path to become Rowan University. And since then, we started one of the top 25 undergraduate engineering programs in the nation, fostered entrepreneurial spirits in our business programs, cultivated ambition, excellence, and broader horizons throughout the curricula, and responded to the national need for 21st century healthcare with innovative health sciences and medical education. In our colleges, schools, centers, and institutes, we're conducting world-class research that's meeting society's needs and solving the problems of business and industry. We're the fourth fastest growing research institution in the nation, a top 100 national public research university dedicated to excellent undergraduate education. We're providing more scholarships, increasing access to college education, and reducing the financial burden of earning a valuable 4-year degree. We're nationally ranked and routinely earn national notice for students and faculty doing extraordinary things. We're driving the economy of the region and increasing what New Jersey can do to help its citizens be healthier, more productive, and secure. Transformation is not just the story of Rowan University, it's the promise offered to everyone who walks through our doors. Students find themselves and a foundation for their future. Researchers devote themselves to discovery and understanding. Innovators, scholars, entrepreneurs, everyone with curiosity and commitment to know more and do more, they all transform our world. So when it seems like Rowan University is continually forging new pathways, it's because it's true. We're creating new ways to learn, explore, and build. We're partnering with business and industry, educators and leaders to accomplish more together. We're encouraging people to imagine, equipping them to pursue and achieve. Being transformed is more than Rowan's story. It's the future we share with New Jersey and our region. Here's to decades more discovery, growth, and transformation at Rowan University.
Hello, and welcome to all of our prospective students and their families. I'm Dr. Stephanie Farrell, Interim Dean of the Henry M. Rowan College of Engineering, and I want to thank you for attending today's virtual open house. We have an exciting program planned for you today that will include a virtual tour of our facilities, a live presentation by our department heads, demonstrations by our students, and a live question and answer session. If you have questions, please type them in the comments section and we will answer them toward the end of the program. Rowan Engineering has student-centered, hands-on, project-based programs. Lab-based courses are integrated into most of our curriculum and our unique engineering clinic course sequence. Here, students have the opportunity to work collaboratively with faculty and industry professionals, along with their fellow students, to solve real-world problems. And you'll get to be part of groundbreaking discoveries. Working on these projects often leads to summer internships, presentations at national conferences, and even publishing opportunities. At Rowan, you'll be part of an undergraduate experience that has been recognized nationally. Our outstanding students and faculty have catapulted us to a U.S. News & World Report ranking of number 17 in the nation for undergraduate engineering education. And importantly, our program is one of the most affordable engineering degrees you will find. Both our retention rate and our graduation rate exceed national averages by over 20%, and we routinely place more than 90% of our graduates in jobs in industry or in graduate school. Finally, being a Rowan engineer is not just about being in the classroom or the lab. We have a variety of student clubs and professional organizations which offer students a chance to get involved, build a network, and develop professional skills. This is an exciting time to be at Rowan, one of the nation's fastest growing universities, and to join the ranks of thousands of successful Rowan engineering graduates who are solving the problems of the 21st century. Welcome to Rowan Engineering.
The Henry M. Rowan College of Engineering is one of 12 colleges and schools that make up Rowan University. Proudly, U.S. News & World Report has ranked our college 17th in the nation in our peer group and has recognized our university as one of the top 100 public universities in the nation. Our program is anchored by the unique and distinctive Engineering Clinic. This signature curriculum structures an 8-semester sequence that ensures our students are exposed to real-world, industry, government agency, and private foundation-sponsored engineering challenges. Our curriculum successfully prepares students for both engineering careers and advanced graduate study. Students work in interdisciplinary teams to meet project goals and deliverables, work directly with faculty, and network with leading industry professionals. In many instances, students are able to secure internships and full-time employment offers through working in engineering clinics. The Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering is a leader in developing solutions for a world that is rapidly changing. From structures to transportation systems, resiliency, and environmental protection, our department has extensive expertise. Companies and agencies such as AECOM, American Asphalt, the Army Corps of Engineers, Atlantic City Electric, Gannett Fleming, and the Department of Transportation have sponsored our program and recruited our graduates. Our nationally ranked electrical and computer engineering program is one of few throughout the nation that meet accreditation requirements for both electrical engineering and computer engineering, giving our students a competitive advantage in the workplace. Notable clinic projects from the department are sponsored by Lockheed Martin, NASA, the FAA, and the United States Navy. As we grew in size and enrollment, we doubled the number of our full-time faculty, ensuring that the small class sizes and low student-to-faculty ratio, which has long been a hallmark of our programs, remains intact. At Rowan, you will not simply be one of hundreds of faces in a lecture hall. You will have an opportunity to work directly with faculty in small class settings conducive to student success. Biomedical engineering sits at the nexus of engineering and healthcare. Integrated with Rowan's 2 medical schools, our program is one of the fastest growing in the nation. Rowan students lead projects funded by NSF, NIH, and major biotechnology companies. Students have a strong record of placement in top graduate schools and careers with Merck, Stryker, Johnson & Johnson, Bristol-Myers Squibb, Medtronic, and others. Our college has recently seen unprecedented levels of growth, including bringing online a full state-of-the-art academic building, Engineering Hall, a full-scale renovation of our original home, Rowan Hall, ensuring all of our academic departments and students are able to benefit from modern, dedicated teaching and research spaces. The college's chemical engineering department has extensive expertise and a learning environment that replicates industry standards. From our multi-story distillation tower to our cold spray labs, Rowan chemical engineers graduate with hands-on experience. Rowan students have been able to work on projects sponsored by ExxonMobil, General Mills, Johnson Matthey, and the EPA, among a range of other agencies and companies. The college supports 4 major research centers: advanced manufacturing and materials, virtual and augmented reality, sustainable facilities, and transportation. Many institutions often reserve research center collaboration opportunities for graduate students, but at Rowan, undergraduates are welcome contributors to our thriving $50 million research operation. Our experiential engineering education department is home to the innovative engineering entrepreneurship degree and common first and second year engineering courses. The department leads the college's educational research program, ensuring Rowan students have the opportunity to directly benefit from groundbreaking discoveries. Rowan's nationally ranked mechanical engineering program is one of the most academically competitive departments in the state of New Jersey. Our graduates have recently pioneered advances in the aviation industry and in automated vehicle systems, among a broad range of other sectors. Along with students in ECE, select students might also be able to join an exclusive 4-year co-op program with Lockheed Martin. The college is also one of the largest tenants of the South Jersey Tech Park of Rowan University, located just 1 mile from the Glassboro campus. This center houses several research centers and labs and offers opportunities for private sector businesses, small startup companies, and university faculty and students to collaborate and innovate. The diverse range of student-run extracurricular activities also affords students with opportunities to apply what they've learned in the classroom, form relationship with their peers and students from across the college and university, all while tackling exciting challenges and service opportunities. This is the Henry M. Rowan College of Engineering at Rowan University.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for this virtual open house. We are very excited that you're watching us. In this pandemic, we are sad that you could not physically be here with us today to feel the excitement that we feel in our civil and environmental engineering activities. I have, because of the pandemic, a few students in this room who are wearing their masks and are waiting to share the excitement of why they became civil and environmental engineers. I'm Dr. Kausar Jahan. I'm the department head for civil and environmental engineering, and I have been with Rowan University since 1996. So I've been here for almost 24 years. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to start talking about a little bit about the climate and culture of our civil engineering department, who our faculty are, what do our students do, and then we will allow the students to share their experiences with you. So thank you for joining us today. Pleased to tell you that our College of Engineering is ranked 17 in the nation, and of course the reason that we are ranked so highly is because of the outstanding department and programs we have within the College of Engineering. Civil engineering is the oldest engineering profession, and we build big. We are one of the few engineering disciplines that cannot build small nano structures. We have to build big, and we have to get it right, because if you see the Ben Franklin Bridge, once we build it, it is here to stay for more than 150 years or 200 years. Whatever we build in terms of construction, it has to stay and transcend civilizations and generations. Civil engineers build all the way from structures. I hope some of you are able to recognize some of these iconic structures. This is the Beijing stadium that looked like a bird's nest. We have the Sydney Opera House, but we also are the engineers that are responsible for making sure that people in their daily lives have safe drinking water to drink. We are the ones that clean pollutants from wastewater treatment plants. We are also responsible for the smart transportation and infrastructure. Our department in civil and environmental engineering currently has 365 undergraduates with a growing master's and PhD program. We also offer degrees in master's in engineering management and a bachelor's of arts in construction management. These two last programs are 100% online. Even before the pandemic, these are online programs for students who are interested in a master's or a bachelor's in construction management. We have a diverse faculty, and each faculty lends expertise to some core areas of civil engineering. Civil engineering is a really broad area and discipline. We have faculty who are invested in learning about bridges and behavior of bridges. We have faculty who are interested in pollution prevention, water, wastewater. We have faculty dedicated to remote sensing and climate change, transportation engineering, concrete, renewable energy, water resources, and materials. The hallmark of our College of Engineering is a course known as engineering clinics. Every student coming and attending the College of Engineering has to attend this engineering clinic class. It's a 2-credit class, and students take it every semester for the 8 semesters of their study. The junior level engineering clinics, the first year and sophomore clinics, are more faculty guided, while the upper level junior and senior clinics are primarily focused on open-ended research. These clinics allow the students to get a hands-on education, work in multidisciplinary teams. They also learn the value of research, service learning, global education, sustainable engineering. It also is a way for the students to get excited about attending graduate school, and also we generate outstanding alumni from these clinic enriching experiences. The first year and sophomore clinics, actually we are standing in a room that is a first year clinic room. The students are very fortunate to come into these specialized labs where they meet with the engineering faculty in their first year of study, and they get to work on honing their fundamentals of engineering skills. They learn about communication, both oral and technical writing. They also work in teams, and we make sure that the students get a education that is global, that they understand the engineering problems from a global perspective. And we also want to make sure that our students are aware of the ethical responsibilities that come with the engineering profession. Junior and senior clinics are the hallmark of every engineering discipline. In civil and environmental engineering, we are very fortunate that our faculty are highly research active, and we have funding for research from prestigious federal and local state agencies, National Science Foundation, Federal Aviation Authority, US EPA. These agencies have funded projects for our faculty throughout the years. And what happens is when our students get to work on a project of their choice with the faculty, they learn not only how to work on an open-ended project, because these are not textbook directed projects. They learn how to prepare a publication, whether it's for a conference or a journal article or present a technical paper. They are also exposed to design and fabrication depending on the project they're working on. They get fieldwork experience. Even in this pandemic, I know that some of our students who are working on transportation projects, they make sure they're masked, but they still have to go out to various intersections of roads and highways to acquire data. So again, the clinics are an excellent opportunity for preparing students. Our students have an advantage by taking the clinic classes for internships, graduate school, and jobs. As I said earlier, that by taking these clinics, our students actually have an advantage not only for the job market, but many of our students present, they receive awards, and we actually have a very high percent of students passing our Fundamentals of Engineering exam. This is an exam that allows you to pursue professional licensure as you have a career and you learn. Our students also have the opportunity for study abroad. In this pandemic, study abroad is a little difficult, but you know, the pandemic will pass, and then we will be back to where we were, and our students have opportunities to go abroad to choose select courses of their choice. We also have students who can take minors, some of our popular minors, but we have many. These are the ones that are most common. We also provide certificate of undergraduate studies. This is basically taking another extra 12 credits, 4 to 5 classes, and these are some of the popular ones. Our most popular one right now, because of the pandemic, is a certificate of undergraduate study in disaster management. We also have an honors college for the entire university, and many of our civil engineering students belong to this prestigious honors college. By getting an invitation to join the honors college, what you're going to learn is that you have all these wonderful opportunities. The good ones, of course, are that you get housing, which is specialized. You get to register for classes earlier than the other students, but you also go to field trips to New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. You get funding for research and to attend conferences. I have actually chaperoned some of these trips. I went and saw Lions King in New York, Broadway, which was really, really special, and it was free, so I thoroughly enjoyed that. Our facilities are state-of-the-art. We have 2 buildings and 2 centers, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But our facilities are state-of-the-art. Every area of civil engineering has a dedicated research lab where the students work on the projects with their faculty. We have 3 centers within the civil and environmental engineering department. CREATE is a center that is totally dedicated to advanced transportation research and education. We also have a center called Sustainable Facilities Center. This is dedicated to making sure that the future buildings are green and they're LEED certified. The students work on projects in these centers, and I'm proud to say that these 2 centers are the major employer for many of our students, not only during the academic year, but also during the summer. The last lab that is hopefully going to become a center soon is our Smart Cities Lab. This is a lab, which is highly computational. Faculty do a lot of mathematical modeling to figure out what extreme conditions will harm a building, what flood will happen in maybe 500 years. And so a lot of computational and mathematical modeling is conducted in these labs. Our student placement, I'm proud to say, even in this pandemic, civil and environmental engineering job markets are really robust and good. We have 95% student placement over the years. These are this is a student who's currently a senior who has worked with HNTB as an intern for many years. Jessica Guglielmo is the alumni who's working with Gilbane. And both students actually, very interestingly, have worked on projects and looking at the Pulaski Highway restoration. So again, some very fun and outstanding, challenging projects that our alumni are invested in. Our students work from local agencies, local companies to large global companies. So this is just a very short list of where our students are placed. AECOM is a large global company, so we have a number of students who work for AECOM. The New Jersey Department of Transportation currently has 40 civil and environmental engineering alumni working for them, and I just know that those numbers are going to increase in the coming years. So we are very proud that we have a very good number of alumni out there who are working in the tri-state area. Not only do our alumni get into local agencies or private companies, we have a good number of students who are excited about pursuing a master's or a PhD. Not only do the students stay within the civil engineering department here, but they also have been placed at some highly reputable institutions around the country. We just had a student who's finishing up in Carnegie Mellon University. He's finishing up his PhD. We've had students go to University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. I have one student who's at Clemson right now. So again, this is a short list of the select schools, but we do have good percentage of students pursuing graduate studies. I'm proud to share this slide with you, showing you that some of our alumni who are at these universities have received the prestigious National Science Graduate Research Fellowship. This is a very, very highly competitive fellowship, and Patricia Hurley, who just graduated in 2018, is our recent recipient of this award. This scholarship allows you to pursue graduate school for free for a number of years. Finally, I'm going to let the student, I don't want to talk alone for the entire time that we have today. I'm very pleased that even in this pandemic, we have 4 outstanding seniors who are actually getting ready to graduate next year. Some of them are thinking about graduate school. One has served as the honors program president. One is here as representing president of the American Society of Civil Engineers. These are our professional clubs. In high school, I think you call your professional clubs clubs. In university, we call them professional organizations. In the Department of Civil Engineering, we have 2 flagship societies. One is the American Society of Civil Engineers, and I'm very proud to introduce you to Taylor Repko, who has served as ASCE president. She's going to talk about ASCE, and they're also going to tell you about who they are, where they come from within the state of New Jersey or outside, why they picked civil engineering, what do they like about our program. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm going to let Taylor Repko come and talk to you about ASCE and her experience as a civil engineering student. Thank you, Taylor.
Hi everyone, my name's Taylor Repko, as Dr. Jahan just said. I just wanted to say thank you for taking your time on a Saturday to come and learn more about the civil engineering program here at Rowan. So a little bit about myself. I'm from Smoothborough, New Jersey, which is very close to Rowan. It's one of the reasons why I chose Rowan, because it gave me the opportunity to commute in an efficient way and allow me to save a little bit of money while pursuing my degree. In addition to being close, Rowan, like Dr. Jahan said, is one of the top ranked civil engineering programs in the nation. It's a phenomenal program. The opportunities are endless here, and you can really excel within this program. A little bit about, like Dr. Jahan said, I am the president of the American Society of Civil Engineers on campus, and this society is here to help you. We do more professional things as well as get you involved on campus So we do events such as cardboard canoe, cardboard bridge, where we build bridges and canoes out of cardboard, and we go to the pool on campus and we see who built the best one. That is a big event of the semester. We also do volunteer opportunities. We clean it's called Clean the Stream, where we go around campus and we clean up the trash that is everywhere. Usually we'll go to the river, find a bike or two in the river, which is pretty cool. And then we also do, I think it's on here. Okay, so we also do the concrete canoe competition. This used to be a clinic, as Dr. Jahan was saying, at Rowan, but it recently got moved to a club event. And what you do is you compete with about 10 to 15 different universities around you. So we are part of Region 1 in ASCE, so we compete with NYU, TCNJ, Fairleigh Dickinson, all those different schools, and you create a technical paper as well as an actual concrete canoe that you will race in a pond. Rowan had the opportunity to host this competition and this conference last year, but unfortunately due to the pandemic, this did not plan out. But it is still a great opportunity to get involved with the club. More on the professional side of the club, we invite speakers from the engineering field to come and speak with you to answer your questions. That involves a professional panel with about 5 to 6 engineers that are just here to answer your questions. They'll give a little snippet about themselves and what they do, but they're here to help you. And then we also usually do a graduate panel for those who want to go to graduate school, and they're from different areas, University of Delaware, here, and they'll come here and answer your questions about that too. ASCE also provides a number of scholarships. Myself, through ASCE and different scholarships, I don't have to pay for senior year, which is really great. So ASCE allows you to do that. And they also help you get internships. A big thing about engineering is networking, which I did not know coming into this, that how important it is and how important communication is with engineering. So ASCE brings in people to network with. They bring in HR to help you improve your resumes and improve your, your communication skills in order to speak to those companies in order to get yourself an internship. And ASCE is also part of the CIAP program. This program allows sophomores and juniors they give them help to get an internship. So you basically go to a one-on-one career fair, you talk with a bunch of different engineering firms within New Jersey and New York. And afterwards, if you accept the internship, it's a 12-week paid internship along with a $3,000 scholarship at the end. I was grateful to be part of that program for 2 years, and I am now going to be working full-time at R.E. Pearson come May after I graduate because of this program. And then also a part of ASCE is the MORE mentoring program. So every freshman that comes in, including yourself, would get paired up with a mentor. This mentor is either a junior or a senior who has gone through the engineering program. Also, transfer students get paired with a mentor, and they're there to help you through your freshman year and throughout the rest of your college career if you decide to do so. They'll answer your questions. They will help you make that transition from high school to college, because we know it's not easy, and especially during this pandemic, this was utilized very much so this year with all the incoming freshmen. But that's a little bit about ASCE, and then I think Dr. Jahan's going to come back on and introduce you to Liam. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope all of you enjoyed listening to Taylor Repko. The next person that I'm going to introduce is one of our seniors, Liam Coutry French, And he has been with our Engineers Without Borders, which is the second flagship student professional society. We've had it over 15 years now. This organization is a global organization. It's equivalent to Doctors Without Borders, Lawyers Without Borders, and basically the goal of EWB is to make sure that we as civil engineers are providing communities that are in need, whether it's sanitation, safe drinking water, transportation, green energy. That is the mission of EWB. Our students are very active in this chapter. In this pandemic, it has been hard, but we are still alive and making sure that our students are involved with this. So Liam is going to come and talk a little bit about EWB and also about why he picked civil engineering, etc.
Thank you, Dr. Jahan. Hi, my name is Liam Coutry-French. I'm a senior studying civil engineering, and I come from Hunterdon County, New Jersey. I really love Rowan University because Rowan University it gives you the opportunities of a large-scale research institution, but the civil engineering department really feels like a close-knit family that gives you so many opportunities. I've been able to work on several clinic projects where I work one-on-one with all my professors, and we work in small groups to solve problems. I've been able to work on a medical application startup. I've been able to work with the clinic with Engineers Without Borders, which I'll discuss a little bit more in depth later. And I've also been able to work on a project where we're tracking the usage of opioids in Camden through wastewater epidemiology. Rowan has really given me the opportunity to choose the projects that I want to work on, which I think will help me to work in my future career and help progress my career goals. So Engineers Without Borders, right now I'm the local project lead, but I've also been able to work with their international projects. What this does is with our club and our clinic program working together, we can work on projects that are local, like Camden, where I've worked on a greenhouse, a rainwater collection and harvesting system, or a bicycle irrigation pump. Working internationally, I've worked on the India project, where we were able to design a water distribution network that provides water to a school in rural India that was struggling with providing water during its monsoon seasons. Unfortunately, that project was supposed to be implemented in March. However, due to the COVID pandemic, we were not able to travel, but working with the team of engineers on the ground in India, we were able to get that project done, and now that school has an additional source of water. In addition to working with Engineers Without Borders, I've been able to be involved with the Student Government Association, where I currently work on the executive board as the liaison between the student body and the administration in regards to all campus planning and development. And I've also been able to be involved athletically, where I've been able to travel with the climbing team, which is something that I've been really passionate about, and it's a great way to just get involved in general. So really the opportunities at Rowan are limitless, and I'm extremely glad and I'm extremely fortunate that I chose to come here, because I feel like there's really no bounds to what you can achieve. Now, the other clinic project that I was mentioning before was the wastewater opioid tracking, where we're working with the chemistry department, and we're working in Camden to identify locations where opioids are being used. And by doing this, we are measuring the influent wastewater, and then we can analyze the wastewater to determine exactly where opioids are being used, and we can use early detection system to identify areas, and we can work with the government there to isolate and then treat the areas, because it is an extremely important health pandemic, and it's something that really should be addressed. We're also being able to work next semester with wastewater epidemiology to track locations where the COVID pandemic can be more prevalent, and then we can identify areas where treatment needs to be implemented or where people might need to self-isolate. So, Dr. John.
Thank you, Liam. So we're going to change the pace of our presentation today, and we're going to go to C2 students who have some show and tell for you. We have with us Kira Rose, and we have Connor Mack. We're going to start with Connor Mack, who is a senior. He's going to talk a little bit about structural engineering, which is a core area of civil engineering, and then Kira is going to talk more about environmental engineering. Our department is named Civil and Environmental Engineering. So first we are going to hear from Connor Mack, and then we will go to Kira Rose, and they have a little bit of show and tell for all of you.
So as Dr. John said, I'm Connor and I'm a senior civil and environmental engineer here at Rowan. I am from Toms River, New Jersey, which is in Ocean County and about an hour away from campus. I chose to come to Rowan because I knew that it would give me the hands-on experience to succeed in my future. And through Rowan and the organizations we've been discussing, I've been able to get leadership experience as well. That's things like I serve as vice president of the club side of Engineers Without Borders, as well as treasurer of Tau Beta Pi, which is an engineering honor fraternity that is here on campus as well. So for the structural side of civil engineering, as Dr. Jahan also said, we build big. The structures are large, so we have to kind of scale down to be able to understand how they work and each member within these bodies work. So in front of me here, I have a couple demos. Up here in the front is a bridge. So something we can do with this is break it into its pieces and see how forces acting on the bridge and loads passing, such as cars and trucks, affect every member from the trusses, the truss systems, and even down to the bolts that hold it together. And then looking at how what column is affected by a load, back here we have a little setup where when you apply a force to the top, you can see how a column would buckle before it is about to fail. And that lets you determine how the loading would affect certain materials and columns in general. And then here we have an earthquake simulator, and this lets you see how soil can liquefy, and that just means it starts to begin to act like a liquid when the seismic waves start acting on it. So if I turn it on, you can see that the soil starts to shake and the structure starts to sink. So overall, it's really important that we look at these things so we can understand the concepts, and then when we're designing, it's obviously not the same because the scale is so much larger, but it lets us know the core fundamentals of what we are designing.
So next we're going to go to Kira Rose, and she's also a senior in civil engineering. She has served as the honors program president, which is a really prestigious leadership. And so Kira, you might want to tell us a little bit about the honors program and also what you have with you in terms of show and tell.
Sure. So like Dr. Jahan mentioned, my name is Kira Rose. I'm from Princeton Junction, New Jersey. I'm also a senior here. So like Dr. Jahan mentioned, I'm also the honors president, which is really cool. So if anybody's interested in the honors college or the honors program at all, I definitely recommend it. I think one of the really cool things about the honors program in civil engineering in particular is that the honors program is never additional work. For example, I took Calculus 1 class that I needed to take through the engineering program anyway, and I was able to take an honors section of it, which went a little bit more in depth into the history of calculus, how things were discovered, why things are the way they are, so a little bit of a greater depth of knowledge to some of the courses that you would take ordinarily. So that's really cool. It's been a great benefit to my academic career here at Rowan University through the civil engineering program. I would say the reason that I chose Rowan's program in particular is that there really is that depth of knowledge within the civil engineering discipline. So like Dr. Jahan mentioned, we have a really diverse faculty. First of all, the fact that our department head is a woman who is not native born in America is really impressive and inspiring to me in the first place. And then all these different diverse people have these really incredible depth of background. So not only do we get to learn all these technical skills, but we also get to learn how to speak about them, how to present them, how to speak to an investor, how to speak to your boss, or different things like that. So this looks really cool and everything, but if I couldn't explain to you, it's completely worthless. So with that, I'll explain to you a little bit about what's going on here. So like Dr. Jahan mentioned, another really cool thing about Rowan's program in particular is that we are civil and environmental engineering. So we get the best of both worlds there. What you see going on here is a jar test. So civil engineers, like Dr. Jahan mentioned, we are the ones who make sure that when you turn on your tap, there is clean water coming out. That is our job. That is what I'm studying to do for you one day. So that's really cool. So what's going on here is this is actually pond water from the Rowan Pond, which is actually right through these windows behind our super beautiful engineering building. So as you can see, hopefully, there's a lot of different sediment and particles and kind of nasty stuff going on here. I personally wouldn't want to drink it. But through these tests and through our labs that we do as students here, we get to figure out, how much coagulant do you need to then do this test, have these things stir for a little while, and then have all these particles settle out. And that's one process in the wastewater and drinking, or just water treatment in general, wastewater or drinking. either way. So that's really cool to see these hands-on processes and actually see them right before your very eyes. That right now it looks a little murky, and then one day or an hour from now it's not going to be quite as much. Over there we also do a lot with like algae and things like that. Dr. Jahan in particular does a lot of work and research with algae. So here we have some aerator going on in the water to add some more oxygen there. Again, it's just different things that we can do within our water to treat it. This is another really cool example of engineering with wastewater, not wastewater, but turning it into drinking water. So again, this is Rowan pond water. This is a handheld water filter. So all you would do is pump it, and slowly but surely, you do get clean water out of it. You may not be able to see a lot here, but as you can see, this water looks a lot cleaner than this one. So it's really impressive and really important that for the safety of all of our communities and for our health, that engineers and civil engineers in particular know how to do all of these things and can do it for you. So thank you so much for listening to our presentation today. I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Jahan for more information about our awesome program.
So thank you so much, Kira, and thank you to all our students. I hope you've enjoyed hearing from them. I have been given a number of questions to respond to, and so I'll start talking first about our approach to diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we in the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department are very fortunate. We are the first in the nation to have received $1.2 million in funding from the National Science Foundation to develop inclusive curriculum and to make sure that the numbers of students in our underrepresented student population is increasing every year. So I'm very proud to say that our URM population right now is almost at 35%. This would be women in engineering, African Americans, Hispanic, Latinx students. And this is a major effort on our part in the department to make sure that we are investing in recruiting a diverse student body and also our curriculum. So every faculty in civil engineering actually has made changes to the way they teach their course so that they're covering more and more examples that represent global communities, ethical issues, etc. So that is, I'm very proud to be in this department where we are the first in the nation to have been rewarded with this grant to make major changes to embrace diversity, equity, and inclusivity. Our students, I touched on this a little bit when I was presenting, that our students have the opportunity of picking a range of other minors. They can the most common ones, of course, are other engineering disciplines. Mechanical engineering has a lot of similar courses like us. So our students, we help our students chalk out a minor in mechanical engineering. Students can go for a minor in music, foreign languages. So it really depends on the student's interest. They just have to work harder, but many have graduated in 4 years if they religiously and diligently pick the correct classes on time, and we work with that. We are also opening up a 5-year BS MS programs. So the way this will work is if a student is already aware that they want to stay back for 1 more year and take more courses and get a master's, in their senior year, they can actually take 2 undergraduate courses for graduate credit that will apply towards their master's, and they can actually have a path where they can stay back for 1 more year and get a master's degree. The research involvement at our Civil and Environmental Engineering Department is really simple. Our students don't have an option not to do research. The junior and senior engineering clinics kind of compel them and force them to have a research experience. And every student, I always interview our students in their senior year before they graduate, and in all my 24 years, I have never had a student who said that they hated their junior and senior clinic. That is one of the few courses within their coursework that they really enjoy, because this is not a formal textbook class. They're working on a project, like Liam mentioned that he's working on a project right now tracking opioids in wastewater. So this is not something he will find a textbook chapter on. He literally will have to learn about the characteristics of opioids, how do you measure them in wastewater, what type of findings can you get from that. So again, the research centers, CREATES, and the Sustainable Facilities Centers are one of our largest employers. So our students can get involved in research not only through the junior senior clinics, but if they're heavily invested in research, they can pick up jobs with a professor and work on that project, and even stay back for a master's and PhD if they're invested in research. The student academic support. Rowan University was just recently recognized, I believe last week, that our first generation student support program is excellent and outstanding. The university has clubs dedicated to helping first generation students. The clubs are known as Flying First. We have a diversity, equity, inclusivity office dedicated to helping our students who are either financially needy or their first generation. We also make sure that the department provides extra support. I think Taylor mentioned a while back that we have a program called MORE, Mentoring Opportunities Reinforcing Excellence. This is for our incoming first year students, but we also have another program within the department called MEETS. This is for mentoring, energizing our transfer students, and this program, the MEETS students actually meet every month with one of our faculty who makes sure that our students who are transferring from county colleges, other institutions, have a seamless transition and are not felt left out, and they can ramp up really fast and become a member of the community really fast. And we pride ourselves, we have literally 15% of our students now are coming from area community colleges, and civil engineering actually is invested in the success of these students, and our outstanding students are from the transfer student pool also, so we make sure that we provide the support that they need to be successful. Internships, we have a dedicated office that helps. This is our outreach office, which has a director and a coordinator. They help students with internships. We have a web page where students can sign up to get information about jobs and internships. Anytime as department head, if I am notified about a job availability, I send it out to our students. We help with resume writing. We have alumni who come back. ASCE has potential professional organizers come in and talk about resume writing, job availability. We have alumni who are out there who are very invested in recruiting more and more Rowan University students. You know that you are running an excellent department when a company cannot have enough of your graduates, and I'm so proud to inform you that every company in the tri-state area has multiple Rowan University college, civil and environmental engineering alumni. So that's a testament to the quality of program that we have. We also have 2 job fairs, one in the spring, one in the fall. And those job fairs help students meet with the recruiters and interview, and I'm proud to say that many of our students end up getting recruited to these positions. Students who have internships end up working for the company they interned with. Taylor just talked about that she already has a job with Pearson, and that is because she worked as an intern with them over the summers. Any more questions?
Yes, Dr. John, we have one related to research experience for freshman and sophomore level students, such as the NSF REU program. For students that aren't at the junior and senior year, are there opportunities for them to get involved in research opportunities at the college?
Absolutely. So here's the thing about research. If you're passionate about research, even when you come in as a first year student, we do send out information to the first year students. Look, if you're invested in research, write to the professors, look up what their research expertise area is, and if this is something that you would like to do, you can write to the professor directly and see if they have any opportunities. The majority of the professors do have civil engineering. I think on one of the slides you should have noticed that $15 million is our research funding right now. So all our faculty have funding in various areas of their expertise, and many undergraduate students actually do work for them. And it is not only the juniors and seniors, first year, sophomores, as long as you show that you have a certain skill or you're invested and interested in research, we try to provide opportunities. The department ran on NSF REU for 9 years. I was the director. Now that I'm department head, I'm not running an REU anymore, but I'm hopeful that some of our junior faculty will pick up the NSF REU again. Any other questions? Okay, so I think we're almost out of time, and I will tell you that 1 hour is a really short time to capture the breadth and depth of our expertise. We have 14 faculty. If you were physically visiting us today and there was no pandemic, you would have traveled through all of our labs. You would have met many more students from diverse backgrounds who would have told you how much they love their civil engineering program. Our mantra in civil engineering is CEE is all about TLC, teamwork, leadership, community. That is what we want to culture in our students, that they understand that civil engineers work in teams, and we have to be passionate and kind to the communities, because what we do is we make life better on a daily basis, whether it is safe drinking water or making the roads and highways safe. Everything we design has a purpose to make sure that your daily life is better. So please visit us on social media. Make sure you visit our department webpage. We are always available to answer your questions. You can reach out to me anytime. My email is very simple, jahan@rowan.edu. And again, I do want to end by saying thank you so much for joining us. I hope to see many of you join the class of 2025 and beyond. And don't forget that as civil engineers, we are also the big caretakers of society, even during this pandemic. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to all the students who were kind enough, even in this pandemic, to be here today to share your experiences. Thank you, and have a great day.